Okay guys, now we're going to be servicing the pump. So we're going to be actually upgrading it with this Transgo kit here, which I'll show you in a moment. So first thing we got to do is get it apart. So these are the bolts that all came out, so I'll just put these to the side for now. I just put them there so I didn't lose them. And then I zip tied the O-ring onto there so I didn't lose it, but I'll put that to the side for now. And then we got 4 10mm bolts we're going to remove. And this pops off. I got everything coming with it here right now. As you can see, normally this stays down in there. So put that back. Oh, lost no ring. We'll get to that in a second. So that's down in there like that. And you see you got an O-ring on here. And that comes in the kit. And then you got all these little metal pieces, but don't worry about that. I'm going to take that out. You see there's 2 dots on the bottom. They're going to go back that way. I'll also take this right out. You got all your little vanes here. And then we got an O-ring right here. Another O-ring. Yeah, it fell off. It's in here. It goes on there like that. Okay, so take note of this thing. It's got a dimple here. This thing actually comes apart. Slides over these pins. So when you put it back together, these notches have to go in like that. And that's what that looks like. So I'm just going to put that back together so I don't lose track of it. Okay, we can remove the pump shaft. It'll feel like it's stuck, but it's just fluid pressure. Now we're going to remove the cap for the flow control valve here. You got your spring, and then there's a valve down in there. Like this. This is a high wear item, and we're actually going to be replacing this valve with a better valve from Transgo, which is what I was talking about. So we're going to do that now. And as you can see, it is a good thing we're replacing this because it has some serious scoring on it. I'll wipe that off, show you. Look at all that. Potentially from when the bearing blew up. Or just debris in the oil from not being changed. And I'm looking down in here, and the bore is actually in really good condition. So this must obviously be a softer metal, which would make sense. So it takes all the punishment, and the bore remains relatively intact. So we're going to clean this up, start putting it back together. Okay guys, I got all my parts washed up for the most part here. I'm going to start the reassembly. So I'll show you this new valve, flow control valve, to replace that worn one that I showed you. So this Transgo kit, JF011E-FC, they give you all these ball bearings for your primary and secondary pulley, and you can use them if you want, but the other kit that I ordered comes with them anyway. So they just give you these for convenience, and it says that right there on the instructions. But this is the part we're looking for. This is the actual valve. We're going to be replacing the new valve. So let's get into that. So this new valve comes with a spring. It's got like an outer and an inner. So the new one, all the movement happens on this valve here instead of happening on the shaft and, you know, on the actual valve. So we're going to make sure we're doing this exactly like the manual so we don't mess it up. So it's sort of like this. And then our old valve came out in this way with the spring. So we're going to actually discard the spring and the valve. And we're going to replace it with the new valve. So this already has some CVT or something on it. I'm just going to put a little bit more just to make sure everything's going in nice. And it is. And then some on this as well. And then it's going to go in to that same area, just like this. And it'll be a tight fit, but there should be no major resistance. And we're just going to confirm that by pushing it all the way in. Just like that. It basically just says the notched ends of that plug face the Allen plug. So that's the way it goes in. And then the orange spring. And then we're going to reinstall our hex plug. Work that down. I don't know the spec, but it was quite tight going on. It'd be difficult to over tighten it, but you don't want it under tightened. So I'm just going to put the sloth here, give it a good tighten. Should be good. We're going to install both our O-rings, and we're going to use a little bit of this trans gel. It dissolves in CVT fluid at temperature. So I'm just going to compare the O-ring. So this is the one that goes right on here. And you don't absolutely need to use this, but it just keeps everything in place and lubricated. During the install, put a little bit down for when we put the shaft in there. And then we'll grab our other O-ring, compare it to the old one. Some gel on that as well. Or goo, they call it, assembly goo. Put it down in there like that. So this is the bottom piece, the pump cover. And if you note, there's a little Boss indent, or I guess protrusion, right here. It's not on this side, it's only right there. When the pump is in this position, so I'm sitting right here, this is my 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We got to make sure that this dimple ends up at the 3 o'clock position. So again, I'm just going to put some CVT fluid on this, just so everything's lubricated. You never know, you definitely wouldn't want any rust starting. Chances of it happening are probably pretty low, but it doesn't hurt. So we got our dimple there. We're going to drop this down. It's about there, and then we're going to push it. Make sure it feels good there. Now we're going to install the pump slide. You can see it also has a dimple. It's not a protrusion, it's a dimple right here on this side. So we're going to keep that dimple in line with the lower dimple. And really it can only go on the post like this or like this. This would be the incorrect way. This is the correct way. And obviously, I mean maybe not obviously, but these notches go down, dimple up, add a little bit of CVT fluid to the posts on the bottom here. Find the posts, and we're going to push that down on the posts, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to install pump shaft, and there'll be some pressure. Just make sure it spins freely. Now we're going to install this rotor. You have to put it with the dimples right here down, so this should be smooth on top. Drop that down in. That's spinning nice. Next we're going to put our O-ring. It's not necessarily an O, but it acts like an O-ring. Some gel on it. And again, you don't need this gel. It just helps with the reassembly, keeps everything in place. And before I forget, obviously we need to put our vanes in. So I'm just going to clean them as I put them in. There's no real direction, up or down, they're all the same. Okay, all the vanes are in. And we'll just check our cover, put some CVT fluid on there. We're going to make sure the pins, if everything's lined up, the pins should engage these holes. We got our O-ring in, all the vanes are in. I think we can rotate it just if we want, just to feel it out. Feels pretty good. We're going to reinstall our bolts. We're going to tighten these down to 19 foot-pounds. So, 19 foot-pounds. Let's get them close first. Okay, so that's all back together. I'll put this one bolt back down under here, just so I don't lose it. And these ones back in here. And just one more time, just make sure everything spins nicely. There's no binding. Feels good.